What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some quick D2 news updates. Of course, this week the community event is live and players are making progress on updating the Elixni Quarter. We already have a couple of changes there, plus Bungie have issued some fixes for event problems, and it looks like there may be a small tease for the upcoming season as well, so we'll cover that. And Bungie also make changes to titles, confirm future updates to playlist rewards, and they reveal a bunch of exclusive game to give loot for 2022. And so we're going to break it all down in the video, guys. As always, I hope you enjoy this one. Give us your thoughts down below on the new community event this season, but without further delay, let's get into it. And of course, this week the community event launched. There's definitely been some mixed feedback about it. Obviously, in terms of new rewards, it is pretty minimal, and I guess it's more useful for players wrapping up the season trying to get access to red border weapons still, or those who want the exclusive rewards. Of course, there is the narrative side of it as well, and the community have managed to make the first couple of upgrades to the Elixni Quarter. So the first one is right near the entrance, and they've added a staircase. We've all seen how the Fallen can jump. I'm not sure if they need a staircase, but they have one now, and interestingly enough, there's a Rasputin sweeper bot on the staircase. And we haven't seen these since back in Season of Arrivals, or Worthy perhaps. So it's an interesting one, and could it be a tease for Season 19, which is speculated to be a Rasputin themed season? That's a story that we've been waiting to see progress, and it was teased back in Witch Queen. So currently it's the best guess for the theme in Season 19, and perhaps the Rasputin sweeper bot is a loose confirmation of that. Give us your thoughts down below. I can't imagine any other reason that we'd have one right there, but the community also smashed through the second upgrade for the Elixni Quarter, which is for the Ether Tank, which is now serving Ether Fizz to the citizens of the last city right there. And so the upgrades seem to be making the Elixni Quarter a little bit more interesting, but so far it hasn't been a complete rework. Looking at these buildings, I think there may be a few structural issues we might want to address first, but speaking of structural issues, Bungie Help said Captain's coins will now successfully drop from the completion of Vanguard Ops, Crucible, and Gambit playlist activities. When the event went live yesterday, they weren't dropping, but they say additionally players no longer need to equip the Parts of a Whole emblem in order to receive Captain's coins from activity completions. I'm not sure if that means the bonus Captain's coins that you can earn won't actually drop when you've got the emblem on. But I believe Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit drop something like 35 coins, where Catch, Crash, and Expedition drop 50 coins. And outside of that, a lot of players are farming the Widow's War Class sector in EDZ, because you can clear it in less than a minute and get 14 coins per run. So if you're repeatedly farming that, it is actually one of the fastest ways to earn coins. Again, give us your thoughts on the community event down below, and of course we'll track the progress through the course of the week. But moving forward, DMG said, as we head into the holiday period, keep an eye on Bungie, Bungie Help, and Destiny the Game for all news regarding Destiny. Folks will be taking some time off to spend with family, and December 1st, 8th, and 15th will be the final TWABs of the year. He also says we've got a bit to cover between now and the launch of the next season, plus a final TWAB for post-launch coverage. Once we're through that though, most communications will be Bungie Foundation and player support centric, which of course is fairly typical of what we see over the holiday period. But at least there will be a new season of content to enjoy, so it'll be interesting to see if we get any reveals of that ahead of time. Also, following the TWAB last week where Bungie spoke about changes for PvP, they've teased that we could be seeing the return of this trial set, and that was following the reveal for the return of the Taking King Iron banner armor. And they'd also said in the TWAB, this is where I'd show you an example of the Saint 14 vendor screen, but we don't want to spoil any gear icon watermarks for the new season. And of course, Saint will have some new gear for Season 19 in his inventory. But on the subject of the competitive ranks that Bungie will be introducing, Ascendant Nomad said, I think immediately the decision not to have any unique rewards for ranked divisions is a weird one. And ranked divisions specifically don't appear to have unique items associated with them. Of course, the competitive playlist will be getting the Rose hand cannon next season, which is cool. But outside of that, DMG said, we hear and feel the feedback. As noted towards the end of the TWAB, the team is looking into cosmetics and such for competitive division. But we'll take some time to watch the playlist and tune things, and we'll keep passing feedback along. So it may be a while into the future before competitive division gets a series of different rewards associated with it. Let us know if those competitive updates outlined in last week's TWAB have you guys interested in PvP more. It's good to see at least some changes coming up. But back to this season, Bungie Help said they've updated the requirements for the Season 18 Scallywag seal, and these are live in the game right now, so For the Robber Baron triumph, we need to defeat 10 ruffians, big change there. With full sales, we'll require the purchase of 14 Star Chart upgrades. And then for cruise control, we'll need to summon each crewmate assigned as your first mate once. And full completion requires 8 out of 9 triumphs. Of course, with this change happening right at the back end of the season, Robbie Stevens from Bungie did say, "We don't take change in seal requirements lightly. We consider player feedback, design intent, and data to make informed decisions, and as such, we're evaluating future seasonal seals to ensure they're hitting the right mix of completion, mastery, and gameplay." And finally, he says moving the goalpost will always be positive for some and negative for others, but if feedback and data are telling us we should make a change, then we will, although they don't expect this to be the norm moving forward. So give us your thoughts about that down below, guys. But the final thing Bungie talk about this week, with the absence of TWAB on Thursday for Thanksgiving, which by the way, have a great Thanksgiving this week, guys. But they say beginning today, November 22nd, we encourage anyone thinking about fundraising to get signed up. And for Game to Give 2022, there'll be a bunch of new donation incentives. So initially for folks who want to fundraise, those who raise $2,500 will get the Meta Galactic Bloom emblem. 5,000 will be the Function of Grace emblem. Then for 10,000, there'll be the Core of the Nova emblem and the small luminescence shader. And they show that new shader right there on Dawning armor. Of course, Dawning is coming up next season. I believe it's going to launch on the 13th of December, a week after the launch of Season 19. So it'll be interesting to see if there are any upgrades, but for players who want to donate towards the initiative, the Arc Propellant emblem will be available for $10 donations. Then there's the Respite's Focus emblem for $25 donations. And a couple of new exotic items, the Tender-Hearted Exotic Ghost Shell, which is for $60 donations, and the Light-Hearted Exotic Sparrow for $100 donations. There'll be a full schedule of upcoming streams and more revealed on December 6th, so something else to bear in mind as we go into the next season, guys. For today though, that is everything we have to round up in the video, so I know it's a very quiet time for Destiny 2, a lot of folks playing other stuff and taking a bit of a break, but it will all come full circle hopefully on December 6th. And maybe Bungie will give us a bit of a teaser for the upcoming season before that, although we'll simply have to wait and see. If you've enjoyed the video today though, guys, a rating below really does help us out. Share your thoughts as always down in the comment section, and otherwise, I appreciate you guys tuning in and hope you have an awesome day.
How wonderful. Spider is already putting the Guardian's generous donations to good use. There is justice in using treasure stolen by Aramis's pirates to improve our lives here. Somehow, I think even Aramis herself would approve. This fills me with hope. May this be but the first of many improvements.
Better a parent than a cow. That's still true at least.
Good. Spider took my advice and made some improvements to the ether tank. I know would have preferred a library, but sometimes entertainment should come before edification. A social space is important. This is now a comfortable place for citizens to relax and speak openly to their neighbors. And Spider does make an excellent ether fizz.